Good morning and welcome to another Thundering Thursday unboxing. Today we'll be taking a close look at the Wargames Atlantic Panzer Lehr division. In the box we get 30 models with an arrangement of weapons. So let's have a look at what we get. As usual with Wargames Atlantic, excuse me, we get 6 infantry models to a sprue, so we get 5 sprues in the kit. And let's take a closer look. Let's have a look at the torsos themselves first, well, bodies. As you can see, we get 6 in different poses. All but one have the standard rifle ammunition pouches attached, and very little of the other belt kit, although there is one bread bag type pouch on those two figures. So all in all, nicely detailed, showing the double-breasted jackets for which the Panzer Lehr were issued. We get a whole host of heads with bear heads that seem to be straight from the propaganda posters. We get a few heads in field caps and the rest in the standard steel helms, some of which are bare and some have the cloth covers which would be camouflaged. As we don't get much in the way of belt kit on the models themselves, we get the accessories we needed. The Panzer Lehr infantry were predominantly vehicle based, using the SdKfz 251 half tracks as their main transport. They were the only infantry division where all infantry units were issued with the half tracks, whereas other Panzer Grenadier divisions, the infantry, only the 1st Battalion had the half tracks, everybody else were truck based. On the sprue, we'll take a close look at the weapons now. We get the egg grenades, which most people forget that the Germans were issued with. And then we get the standard stick grenades. We get 2 arms, both of which have adjustable spanners or monkey wrenches in. These can be used either as machine gun team, as they closely resemble the wrenches used for changing barrels, but also so you can use the models to create tank crew figures as well. Then we get an ammunition box and a machine gun in a firing from the hip position. This arm and the handle goes with the fuel can, which we'll take a look at in a minute. Then we have more stick grenades and the essential pointing arm and binoculars for the NCO. We get a slung rifle and a couple of rifles in firing positions. We get more spare arms and the submachine guns, one of which doesn't have a magazine, the other one does. I'm assuming there is an arm with a magazine somewhere on the sprue. Beneath that we get another machine gun being carried over the shoulder, Another rifle. This is a sling for this machine gun. And again, the belt kit. And I can't seem to find... there it is. This arm, which is the one carrying... this arm here is the one carrying or holding the magazine for this machine gun, or submachine gun should I say. All in all, everything is very, very good, very well sculpted. Other people I've seen mentioning these mention the fact that there are no assault rifles when the Panzer Lehr were a favoured division and received all the toys. The Panzer Lehr, both as a result of logistics issues and their own commander preferences, did not issue the assault rifles to their troops until in Normandy, and it wasn't until they were restructured for the Ardennes and Battle of the Bulge were they issued with the assault rifles, as although they were considered as being of veteran status, most of the actual infantry were quite new to the battlefield. And the issue is that if you give a relatively inexperienced infantryman a weapon with a full magazine that is capable of fully automatic fire, he then has an empty weapon. The only real issue I see is with the two Panzerfausts. While these are very good for fausting panzers, these two seem to be a little long. The poles, or launch tubes for them here, seem to be around 2 centimetres, when they should be just under 1.5 centimetres. But that's nothing that a little snip with cutters won't cure. Again, an excellent kit from Wargames Atlantic. I'll be using these to put together either 1 or 2 infantry platoons for a new bolt action 3rd edition army, as if I build 2 small platoons of Panzer Grenadiers with minimum size 4 squads and put them in 250s rather than 251s, it will leave me, or I could in fact put 2 squads into one 251. It will leave me lots of points to have what the Panzer Lehr were famous for, which was their tanks. Thank you for watching, and if you do want to buy these direct from Wargames Atlantic, please take a look in the description, where there will be an affiliate link by which, if you order, I will get a small kickback which will help fund other purchases and projects. Thank you.
Tracked for over 13 hours until an official statement was released stating that the signal was a European satellite. Prominent ufologist Dr. Stephen Greer believes otherwise. Greer stated in a 2006 interview they have had numerous extraterrestrial signals. The signals were so numerous that they began to have their systems externally jammed by some sort of human agency that did not want them to continue receiving those signals.